Hi everybody, it's Katerichbourg live from Stitches West. And you guys, I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. I am at, there's Emily right in the background. I am at Carolina Homespun, the wonderful business of my dear friend Morgane, who's right up there chitty-chatting. You can find her online at carolinahomespun.com. But she is a real force in the fiber and knitting world. And here at Stitches, she always brings, I'm going to flash some of these things right over here. I'm actually going to flip around so you can see. There we go. She always brings kind of a great corral of spinning wheels, right? Oh, thanks, Krista. Do you like it? I thought it was time to change it up a little bit. So I thought it was time to give my hair a little bit of a cut. So she brings a fantastic group of wheels, and right in front of me, you guys, is the Shaft Matchless Cherry Wheel. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my love of spinning and show you a little bit about the wheel. And my dear friend, you guys may remember Emily Miller from some past Periscopes. I'm going to pass this over to Emily, and we're going to talk all about this. All right. Not at all. All right. So hey, you guys. Am I okay? There we go.
Nice leggings, by the way.
Nice leggings. Yes. So first thing, what I want to do is, you guys, I usually spin barefoot. So like Mr. Rogers, I'm going to take off my shoes and get some bare feet action going on in here. And I'm not sure if people can hear me, so you might want to get up closer. I'm not sure. We can kind of, I don't know. As long as you guys can hear me and it's okay. So Emily will flash a little bit of our wheel here. This is a double treadle. You can see here, and it's made by Shaft. And this is a fantastic wheel. It's called the Matchless. So let's come on in. Now I don't know if any of you guys out there are spinners. If you are, I decided one day, a few years ago, that I wanted to learn how to spin. So I took a couple of classes, and I've been spinning ever since. I have a couple of cool spinning wheels, but this is a fantastic wheel, one that I don't have yet. So I need let me grab a hook here. I'm going to wander around.
Are you looking for it?
Looking for a hook.
I think this is a demonstration.
I'll just make it happen. Wait for it. Wait for it. You can't? No, that won't work. This is the orifice here that I'm trying to thread. Right here. And you need a hook to get the thread through. I want to make sure this is all tight. So I'm just going to thread this through without a hook. If I can. Let me see if I can grab one. Hold that thought, you guys. Emily will show you some yarn goodies. Look how nice it is. Am I missing where the orifice hook is on this sucker?
There isn't.
Oh, which is different.
Because they walk.
They do walk.
And so we just borrow the lens hook. I can get it out of there.
No, that's perfect. Thank you. All righty. All right, Ann.
You need me to show you things, or you just do your blog?
Yeah, and then I'll talk to you in a little bit. If that's okay. Do you mind? I mean, on the air.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what? Okay, you guys, this is what I was missing. So this little guy here is called the orifice hook. And that orifice hook is what comes through and grabs your yarn. Okay? And you can see here, here's the bobbin right here. And we're going to just thread this through. And this is a double treadle. Can you see how my feet are right down there? I'm going to put this hook right in my bag so I don't lose it. And this is some fiber here. My guess is this is probably some kind of wool, probably merino. Look how lovely it is, soft. And I'm just going to start to come in. Now see how I'm just treadling? And you know, spinning, I think, like knitting, is a really meditative practice. And you don't have to get fancy. You know, those of you who maybe are knitters or are crocheters, actually being able to make your yarn is a pretty powerful thing, I think. And I think that was one of the things that drew me to spinning, was I wanted to make yarn. You know, when you think about it, way back in the day, all the fabric that we wore had to be spun, right? The thread had to be spun somehow. And for generations and generations and centuries, our sisters and sometimes crafty brothers would make thread, right? So when I spin, I feel kind of like I'm reaching back, you know, way back. So it also kind of puts my mind at ease. It's really meditative. So if spinning is something that you've been thinking about doing, you can get started really easily. You can use a hand spindle. You don't have to use a fancy spinning wheel, but there are fancy spinning wheels that aren't that expensive. You know, there's a couple of great cool classes online you can find, but spinning is a super cool meditative thing to do. So you can see, I'm going to slow this down. So see here what I've got? Emily can come kind of in, and let's take a look. That's the thread I've made. And you can see here how it's gathering up on the bobbin. With this bobbin, what I do now, there's the yarn that I've made. Let's take it off and you can check what the ply looks like. This is how I check the ply. There we go, how I kind of twist it together. And you can see when my yarn is plied, that's about what the weight is going to be. And that's probably about a sport weight yarn. What was that?
I like what you're doing today. I sewed in high school.
Oh, yeah. I sewed in high school, too. I miss those days. So see, you just keep it going on the hooks. And then you just can keep going. So this is the fiber that we're using. And again, you know, I've been doing this for a little while, so I make it look pretty easy. But that's it. And so once this bobbin is filled, you guys, we would take another bobbin and fill it, and then we would ply it, and that's how it becomes yarn. What it's called here now, this is called a single. And you can knit with a single as well. What you get is a material that's a little more lofty and a little more fuzzy. But you can see there's some twist in there. Depending on how fast or how slow you work your spinning wheel is the amount of twist that you get in it. And again, the wheel that I'm using, it's called the matchless. Now let me show you some of the different things, something else that we can use to spin. I'm going to take my shoes, my bag, I'm going to put this orifice hook back, and I want to show you what else we can use to spin. Okay, so let me put this away. And follow me back over here. Let's go right over here. I'm going to put my shoes on the floor.
Kate, how long have you been spinning?
How long have I been spinning? Probably about 5 or 6 years, I think. Knitting all my life, but spinning, the bug caught me, I don't know, maybe it's been 10 years now, I think. So these are hand spindles. So this is another way that you can spin and make yarn. And one of the oldest ways. People have been using spindles forever and ever. And look at this, I just happened to pull the one that had beads. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Let me show you another one. Look at this. And spindles, you guys, are different weights. So the heavier the spindle is, the heavier the yarn it will spin. So if we wanted to do a really light lace weight yarn, we'd use a spindle like this, something that's lighter. And let me show you how something like this might work. So I'm going to get a piece of my fiber, and I'm just going to hook it on the end of this hook. Now I'm going to draw a little bit out, and you start by kind of making a leader. Can you see that? Now, all I do is I spin it.
I would get the 20.
Takes me a little bit to get it started. Get this fiber behind me. And I'm going to pull this out. And as I get that twist in, it just comes right up. Now, what I do is I take what I've spun, I wrap it around my spindle, and now I have my leader. I'm going to pull all of this fiber away so I'm not doing so much. Okay, now watch this, you guys. Check this out. This is how the real spinners do it. I'm not this good. But right, you do it against your leg. And then you pull and spin. And then as you make the yarn, you unwind it and wind it on the bottom of the spindle and bring it back. Okay? And so this, my spindle spinning isn't as good as my machine or my spinning wheel spinning. But you can see there's a super big variety. I'm going to take this off so I don't get in trouble.
What's hard about this is the 25. If you're using it for width, you have to be able to have
The
this,
other thing-
either use a boat shuttle or, right, so it's
I'm going to come over here where it's a little quieter. The other thing, you guys, that you want to think about when you're using fiber, and come in close, Em, so people can hear me. So one of the things, so this is that merino wool. I just wanted to give you guys a good close-up. If you're thinking about spinning or starting, see the staple? The staple means the length of the lock. See how long that lock is? Something like this is a really good beginner's kind of wool to work with. And since this is also white, if you guys saw the periscope I did earlier on a verb from keeping warm, this is perfect for dyeing. You can dye this fiber and then spin it up yourself. You know, there's a class that Emily and I are going to do this summer at my studio, which we're going to do some indigo dyeing, and we're also going to do some ice dyeing, and that would be perfect for this fiber as well. It's really, really fun to do your own dyeing. But see, with a long staple, it's a lot easier to, oh yeah, cash wrap is that way. Keep going.
We don't have prices, so
Well, talk to that nice lady over there. She's in charge. Always helpful, right? Commerce, 24/7. All right, you guys. So, that's it from Carolina Homespun. You can see, take a look at what Morgane's got going on over there. Can you see there? I'm going to get my finger in here so you guys can see. That right there, that's a rigid heddle loom. And hopefully we can show you a little more about looming a little bit later. That's another great way to use your homespun. So I'm going to grab this from Emily. Did a great job. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me in my fiber adventure here at Carolina Homespun, with my buddy Morgane. I really appreciate you guys. So we're going to continue on our adventure. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for watching my kind of hackneyed spindle spinning. But, you know, sometimes spinning on demand, especially after lunch and maybe, you know, feeling a little after lunch tired doesn't always help. Oh, good. Well, I hope to see you here later today. Great. All right, you guys. Well, thank you again so much. We'll see you shortly back live from Stitches West in Santa Clara, California. I'm Katerichbourg.